Hey, I'm Micah here with the Great Canadian Handyman, division of MCA. I'm here with
Isaiah with Symphony Landscaping, also a division of MCA.
Awesome, and we're talking about flooring today.
Yeah.
Flooring is one of those topics that it seems simple at first, but there's actually some nuance to it.
100% there is, yeah.
Yeah, and one of the things that I want to talk about are, first of all, types of flooring, their application, what's an appropriate application for the setting that you're looking in, and as well, what are some of the things to look out for with flooring, flooring contractors, and how to kind of get the best flooring job possible.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you look at how things have changed. In the 70s, we did shade carpet in the bathroom.
Oh.
So flooring's come a long way, and styles have come a long way, but there's also common sense that should go through the eras, but not necessarily has gone through the eras, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So a couple things. Let's start with something that I'm sure everyone has heard about. It's probably one of the most commonly used types of flooring that we see nowadays, and that's your vinyl plank flooring, also commonly referred to as luxury vinyl plank flooring, or LVP. This is a very popular product right now. It's great for multiple applications. So bathrooms, kitchens, main flooring, stairs, basements. You can basically use this anywhere.
It's a jack of all trades.
It is a jack of all trades. What are some of the other highlights about that not only its versatility in application, but what are some of the other highlights about vinyl plank?
Well, it's basically a composite. It's like a polymer stone composite. I don't know all the details of the composition of every plank, but essentially it's waterproof, scratch resistant. It's very quick to put down. It's no glue necessary for luxury vinyl plank. It's mostly clip-in, and it's kind of a floating floor as well. So it has some ability to, it's very flexible in its application. You can put it over concrete in your basement. You can put it over top of existing flooring, which has really made it beneficial because you don't have to necessarily do a full demolition. Especially in the DIY space, people are using it to kind of do it over their existing flooring, especially if you had linoleum or laminate or something that was stuck down with glue, and you don't want to tear that up, or asbestos flooring. A lot of people had asbestos tile put in, and instead of disturbing that asbestos and the potential cost and health kind of implications there, you just lay a vinyl plank over top. So it's really kind of revolutionized flooring, so to speak, and it's gotten very, very affordable and versatile, and it can come in pretty much any style you want. You were just telling me about, before we started rolling, LVT, luxury vinyl tile. So why don't you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Yeah, very similar to the plank concept, except it comes obviously in more tile shapes, whether that's a 12 by 12 or a 24 by 12. But again, similar concept. Why some people lean towards the luxury vinyl tile than traditional tile is the luxury vinyl tile, because it's not actual, ceramic or porcelain. It can be a lot warmer than traditional tile without, now there's ways to get around that, but it can be a lot warmer and typically less expensive than your traditional tiles. The other things too to note about the vinyl products are they do come in a wide variety of price ranges, and though that is that's nice, it is also still really important to kind of narrow down the actual vinyl tile or vinyl plank or vinyl tile that you're going to be using. The quality does matter, and we've seen that from time to time.
Absolutely,
again. Someone goes and buys a super cheap vinyl plank, and then there's problems with it starting to heave up after a while, or
it's got breaking right off. We've seen that quite a bit.
Totally. Yep. Or there's just like zero underlay underneath, zero thickness. It's just this tiny flimsy piece of composite basically, and then you've got bouncing floors. That has a little bit to do with also how it is installed. There are scenarios and types of vinyl where we do glue it down. So that is something that is possible, and kind of a product and scenario case-by-case basis.
If you're talking vinyl, it might be good to mention what thickness range you should be looking for, because it goes from everything from 3 mil to 12 mil vinyl plank.
Yeah.
Obviously 12 mil is a very kind of costly, expensive luxury. What is a thickness range that the average homeowner should be looking for as a minimum, but kind of the sweet spot in thickness, if we're talking millimeters?
Yeah, that's a great question. And again, it's going to depend on your application a little bit. The things that are most important when you're looking at, you know, the thickness of your vinyl is one, is it going on something like a basement concrete? If it is, then you're going to want a little bit of a thicker, you know, if you're not putting down underlay beforehand, which that is also another scenario, but a lot of times vinyl will come with an underlay built on it already. Obviously you want to keep your floor nice and warm down there. So making sure that you've got, whether it's a separate from the vinyl, but there is a nice underlay on there, you know, with something like that, I would go all day, 8-10 mils all day. You know, the other important factor is, and a lot of them come with these, are the sound transfer ratings. So if you're upstairs and you've got a nice quality product vinyl with a good underlay on it, you know, your noise transfer is going to be a lot less. In fact, even we do a lot of work in apartments. They look for these and require these STC ratings. So especially if you're in an apartment and you're looking to change out the flooring, something really important to think about as well. So a little bit of application dependent, but typically the thicker the floor, you'll reap the benefits of that, whether that's through sound and or warmth.
Yeah, yeah. And while we're on kind of the topic of basement and floor and keeping a floor warm, I know with engineered hardwood, you definitely want to look at if it's rated to go over a heated floor. Is that something you want to be worried about with vinyl? Or less so because it's a composite product?
Yeah, typically less so. You can actually work with heated floors with your vinyl plank flooring. And again, you're going to want to check the type of vinyl plank. There's a lot of different products, so you want to make sure with your supplier that they do okay that. But typically, you can work in-floor heating with your vinyl plank flooring, and that's a great
option.
Great option. Yeah.
Well, we're talking about heat, and I guess we can move on to tile and kind of the different specifics there. So kind of just briefly before we wrap up here, what would be kind of something to look for with tile when you're selecting a tile? I know some people have mistakenly put wall tile on floors.
Yeah.
That's a safety hazard.
Absolutely.
So why don't you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. Those are some great points. When it comes to tile, oftentimes, like you said, there is a wide variety of selection, and it can be a little bit of an overwhelming thing. I definitely recommend, obviously, use it for the right application. There are some mixed tiles that you can use on the floor and on the walls. That being said, obviously, if it's rated for floors and walls, you have to realize that you know, it's a bit of a thicker material, and so it's going to be quite heavy going onto your wall, and just making sure that it's going to be appropriate for the size and space of whether that's a kitchen or a bathroom. The other thing is as well, you're not just choosing your tile color, you also want to think about your grout color. Grout color is another thing that's really important. There are several different colors, whether that's white, black grout, more of like a charcoal gray grout. There are different colors to think about as well. And then the other thing to think about as well is obviously how it's being set on the ground. Are you putting it on an angle? Do you want, let's say it's a 12 by 12, are you just going straight square? You want it more on a diamond style laid? And then also how thick your grout lines are as well. So are you going for like an 1/8 inch grout line that's going to be a little bit thicker versus a 1/16, which is commonly used as well. So there are a couple things to think about with your tile, and then obviously as well the in-floor heating aspect. So with your tile, you have to know ceramic is going to be a little bit colder than, you know, say something that's you know, hardwood, or like we were talking about, vinyl with a good underlay on it. So heating floor option is great. It's a wow factor. Every time I step on a heated floor, tile heated floor, especially in Calgary, it's such a smart option, and doesn't necessarily have to take a lot more. So yeah, that would be another great recommendation as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I think if anyone has any questions, they can reach out to you guys
Definitely.
through the website, Instagram, anything like that. We're more than happy to help, and hopefully you found this video informative. I know I did. And yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks very much, guys. Yeah, please check out the website, greatcanadianhandyman.com. You got our Instagram will be in the links below, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks so much.